Hi, I'm Julian Carter, the CEO of the Douglas County College and Career Institute. Welcome to .edu.
Welcome to this edition of .edu. I'm Kelly Hunter, your host for today's program. And in this studio is with me today, special guest, Julian Carter, the CEO of the College and Career Institute here in Douglasville, Douglas County. Julian, welcome.
Thank you, Kelly. Appreciate you inviting us.
Well, it's good to have you here in the studios.
Thanks.
We have a great topic, I believe, to talk about today to give our viewers an idea, a good foundation of the CCI program. Who better to do that than Julian? You've been there from the very beginning, haven't you?
Yes, I have. I came on board April of '09, and we opened the doors August the 6th of '09.
Wow.
So we opened in the West Georgia Technical College because our building wasn't complete.
Right.
We finished the building and opened September 28th. We had 117 students our first semester, had 177 our second semester, had 207 our fall semester, and 202 this semester. So this is actually the end of our second year of operation. And we're very, very pleased with the results so far.
Well, that sounds like a very fast track and a lot of good statistical information behind you already, students being through the program. Tell us, how did you become part of this joint venture?
Well, as I like to say, I'm a community servant. Spent 32 years of my life in Douglas County as a banker. I retired to come to work for the College and Career Institute to carry on the community service that I feel we need to have. My past association with the Chamber of Commerce, with the other businesses and civic clubs in the town, made it very easy transition to come to the CCI.
Well, they picked the right man for the job then, it sounds like.
Thank you.
Very good. Well, I know the CCI program is a joint venture between the school board of Douglas County, as well as the West Georgia Technical College campus there. And you mentioned to me as well the Chamber of Commerce, the business community. Tell me and our audience here, how does this partnership kind of work? How does it affect, I guess, our community and make the whole program come together?
The funds and the building and the land was all brought together through the college system of Georgia and the Douglas County Board of Education. The business community buy-in goes back to when we were considering the CCI to make sure that the businesses would support us with their funds, with their jobs, with their equipment, with speakers, and they have been so gracious in that area. It's amazing. If I need something or the school needs something, some business always steps up and says, okay, here's a piece of equipment, or here's a speaker, or let us bring students out to a field trip, or here's some money. And it's made the cooperation just great. The college, we couldn't ask for better with Lisa Doney and her staff, and Mandy and our staff, and the staff of the college and the staff of the school system working together to make this a great program.
I tell you, it sounds like you need those core people, those key people pulling together to make it happen. How did you, you said there was a lot of background or homework that was involved. You mentioned earlier that you had to go around to different businesses. How did you get that buy-in initially?
Well, what we did, this is a part of the college system and the high school system that was established down in Noonan in the like 1999, opened up in 2000 as the Central Education Center.
Okay.
And we visited it. We visited businesses here and there and said, okay, if we're going to have a good product for this community, what do we need? And the courses that that we teach and the direction that we're going is to satisfy the need of this community.
Very good. Well, tell me, I know that the program kind of pulls from the entire student base, the juniors and seniors of all four, and next year a fifth high school. How does a student go through and become eligible or given the opportunity to participate in this program?
Okay. Initially, we went to the schools to take PowerPoints, to take brochures, to speak to them. Then we saw, once we were in the building, what we had, and it was much more impact to have the students come to us. So we have tours from middle schools, from the lower high school grades to come to us, and we show them the building. Then we ask them which courses they think they would like. Then we bring them back a second time to visit just the courses they're interested in. So that is the recruitment process. Now, the students must be 16 or older. They must be a junior or a senior. They must take the Compass test. They must apply for a Hope High School grant. And they have to be on track to graduate. All these things are for the dual enrollment courses. Dual enrollment meaning they are high school juniors or seniors. They're asking us to have them an elective course that they can get college credit for at the same time. Now, we also teach 2 high school courses by high school instructors. That is not part of the Hope grant. That is a high school paid for and funded by the Board of Education. That is broadcast video and graphic arts, taught by high school teachers and 2 high school students. So dual enrollment students that we talk about are the high schoolers that are taking college credit courses. Right. You'll hear the term traditional students. Right. There's a possibility that in one of our dual enrollment classes there may be a traditional student, someone who is going to college, has no affiliation with the high schools in any part, but we have an opening in one of the 14 classes that we teach. Mm-hmm. We have 14 different things ranging anywhere from cosmetology to computer-assisted design, from dental to patient care assisting, from welding to auto tech, and all in between. All told, 14 college programs and 2 high school programs taught. We have classes from 9 o'clock to 11:30 each day, Monday through Friday. A student can either drive themselves or be bused from their high school, or they can come from 12:30 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Same way, drive themselves or be bused. That is Monday through Friday for the school day. Traditional classes at the college are taught at the other 2 buildings, Building A and Building B, Monday through Thursday. They do not hold Friday classes. Okay. So that's pretty much the schedule and the how you can enter the College and Career Institute.
Well, I guess, is that something too that the guidance counselors at each high school also helps the students?
We couldn't do without them.
Right.
The principals, the counselors are there to advise the students about our programs, to tell them about them, and to see the path that they want to go to do there. And like I said, the principals, the assistant principals, the counselors, and the students work well with each other to say, hey, tell me about the CCI. Get me a visit to the CCI.
What better word of mouth advertisement than
exactly.
just that. Well, it sounds like with these programs that it kind of serves a dual purpose. First of all, it can help the student determine what career path they might want to go, or also as they're moving forward in their college selection, in their college education further. So, and you mentioned that there's also a third vital part that you believe the CCI program plays. What is that?
It is when a student comes to the CCI and says, I want to be this, and I'll use medical. I want to be a nurse. They get into the program and they really find out, I don't want to be a nurse. But by being in the building and seeing the other programs, said I'd really love to do computer assisted design. So the student hasn't lost anything for the semester that they have on their transcript that says I completed patient care assisting. But they can not have to worry about going through 4 years and then deciding and have to go back. So it's a great tool that way.
It is.
And the other thing that I think is a tool that we didn't hit on, but I think we need to, is the fact that our school gives the students a chance to mature a little bit earlier. they have the freedom
Sure.
to come at 9 o'clock, to leave it at 11:30. There's they have a break. They can go to the other two buildings on campus. The library's on in Building B. The financial aid is in Building B. The administration's in Building A. So they can check out during their break and go to one of these buildings if they have business to take care of.
Sure.
So, and when I say that, especially the bookstore, with the new HOPE guidelines that we're awaiting with bated breath as to how it affects the CCI, one of the things that, again, with that cooperation that I talked about, the great putting together of minds and materials, the college is going to buy the school books next year and the next year, and maybe the books will last 2 to 3 years, and it will help the students with some of the transition with the HOPE. There'll still be fees and things that have to be paid, but this will, I think, will help in a real big way, and it's a real tribute to Dr. Sullivan and and Dr. Pritz and the school system to come together with those.
Well, it sounds like it's a great introduction piece for the campus, whether it be college or university. It's kind of an introduction to that life for the students as well.
It is.
I know we have some students that are here with us in the studio today that are going to give us their testimonials, but can you give us a background, a little bit short, brief description on each student and kind of the course that they've taken with CCI?
Will do, but first let me close out the CCI by saying that we have a great staff on campus. Mandy Johnson, those of you in this county that don't know Mandy, you really need to, because there's not a better person that could have headed up the CCI than Mandy. And then we have a support staff of 7 or 8 that we just can't do without. And sure as I say one, I'll miss one, so I'm going to just let them know that the staff is greatly appreciated. The 3 students we have here today is a good cross-section of the CCI. We have Brianna Young, who is in our cosmetology, which is a college program, dual enrollment program. We have Kenny Caldwell, who is in our broadcast video, which most of this equipment's old hat to Kenny, because this is his 2nd year in our program, and we really appreciate the advances he's taken. And then we have Danielle Davis, who has done dual enrollment last year in our PCA and PCT, and this year came back and is doing graphic arts, which is one of our high school classes. So I think you'll enjoy speaking to these young adults who are seeking that extra step toward college and their future.
Well, we're excited. We're ready to hear their testimonies. Julian, thank you for being with us today. We're going to move forward with this edition of .edu. Coming up next, those students.
Hi, I'm Brianna Young, and I go to Chapel Hill High School. I am a senior, and I attend CCI for cosmetology. Basically, it's like 90% bookwork, and you have a lot of hands-on things. Like we go in the salon and do our mannequin's hair and do different types of things, just learning, basically showing our teacher that we can do what we learned from the book. The second part is cosmetology advanced. And cosmetology advanced is when we work with clients and still work in the books and with mannequins, but we get to actually work with clients and build up our hours. Working in the salon for cosmetology advanced helps us to have a better atmosphere on how working in an actual salon is, and helps us to be prepared for the state board test. Having gone through CCI program for cosmetology, I feel like I'm really prepared and ready to do what I need to do for my career.
Well, all my life I've been interested in different kinds of arts, like different aspects of it. And when I found out that they had video, that was something that I hadn't tried yet. So I decided to, try to take the class. At first I started off just to take the class, but when I actually got into the class and started video, and I was like, this is something I could see myself doing. So, well, at first I was interested in just the audio side of it, but as I, got further into the class, I saw that, I was pretty good with the camera. So with the program, aside from just recording, I got to shoot, I got to edit, like sound, edit video sound, even graphics, like using Photoshop and things like that. Being in the program, I've been introduced to basically the whole, aspect of broadcasting. And I'm actually being able to live out my dream as a high schooler, so I just can't imagine, not doing it in college because it's just fun. And with the CCI program, it helped me make up my mind, determine that I want to continue after high school pursuing my dream of, being in video and audio and things like that.
My name is Danielle Davis, and I'm a senior at Alexander High School, and I'm currently enrolled in the graphic arts program at the CCI. I was a junior at Alexander when I heard about the CCI program, the two medical programs, PCA and PCT. And I want to be an anesthesiologist, so I figured it would help me along the way. Part of the patient care curriculum was externship at hospitals, nursing homes, also doctor's offices. We learned a lot of stuff, like I can draw blood, I can insert catheters, change a bed. Basically, I can do the basic things an average nursing student can do, and I'm still in high school. Aside from the nursing program, I wanted something else that challenged me. In graphic art, it challenges me. I got to do a lot. I didn't know how to work InDesign. I didn't know how to work Photoshop. Having went through both nursing programs and the graphic arts programs, I feel like it's readied me to go out and be on my own and took me through certain experiences for a reason. So I would definitely recommend the CCI program to a lot of people. You should definitely try it out.
Hi, and welcome to the Douglas County College and Career Institute. Here at CCI, we offer an early alternative to high school students planning to attend a technical school in the future. We offer many interesting courses, such as auto tech, welding, graphic arts, broadcasting, patient care assisting, dental assisting, PC repair, criminal justice, early childhood development, and cosmetology.
I've always wanted to be in a healthcare profession, something that's a stable job.
Well, I can go ahead and get an early start on what I want to do. I plan on being a cosmetologist, so this way I can start earlier and not have to do so much school.
Welding is going to be an occupation that's always going to be around in the world. You look at everything, and 9 out of 10 objects that you look at are welded, and figured it'd be a pretty reliable job.
Well, I decided to take this class because I'm very interested in the computers, and my major is computer sciences, so I thought this class would really benefit me in the future.
These classes are part of the major classes that you have to take in college. And also I thought it'd be a great opportunity to get used to college and, a different type of setting, outside the high school classroom.
Well, I took broadcasting at Alexander, but I decided that since this was something new and something fresh, that I would just take a chance and come to CCI because it seemed really cool and interesting.
I'm getting an early start on my future and just, the opportunity to do half days, do my high school credits, and get some college credits at the same time.
We at the CCI feel like that we are educating and preparing the workforce for Douglas County.
The mission of the CCI is to ensure a viable 21st century workforce, and that means that every student that leaves the CCI is ready to enter into either the workforce or post-secondary education. We want our students to have a great work ethic when they leave. That means they're going to be on time for work, they're going to have great attendance, and they're going to have the skills that they need to perform the job and not need additional training unless the job changes. Or our students can go out and be ready for post-secondary education in the career that they've chosen.
We've done roller sets and shampooed hair, we've cut hair, we've styled it differently with Marcel irons and straighteners.
Some of the projects we have done, we have worked with different schools on making logos for shirts, for track, basketball. We have made t-shirts. We've worked with Photoshop tutorials to make different designs.
We created a new broadcast called The Pulse, and it's pretty much all the schools in the county, like Lithia, Chapel Hill, Alexander, and Douglas County, all in one, because in every class there's people from every school. So we put a little bit of every high school into our broadcast. And we've got to make a movie that's probably going to be like 45 minutes long, hopefully. And it was a lot of fun. It took like 3 months to prepare for it, production and everything.
Most of the time we just come in here, suit up, put on all of our gear and get straight to welding, and then we get about a 30-minute break at about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then we just start welding a little bit more. Occasionally we will cut some material for maybe the next day or so, but besides that we just mainly weld.
We get to assist in helping putting fillings in it, like composite and amalgam fillings.
The school system realizes that 80% of the workforce needs some form of secondary education, and that 80%, most of that is not going to be a profession. Yes, we need doctors, lawyers, and other people that go to four-year schools, teachers, administrators. But the workforce also needs qualified people.
We offer 2 blocks in the morning and 2 blocks in the afternoon. Students have to be on track for graduation to be able to attend, because you either come first and second period or third and fourth period. The morning blocks are 9 to 11:30 and afternoon blocks are 12:30 to 3. The Hope Grant pays for tuition and some of your fees, and it gives you a book allowance. The students do have to pay for anything that the Hope Grant does not cover. But to get the Hope Grant, you have to be a resident of Georgia for 12 months. So that means from the day, if you move to Georgia, from the day that you moved in, 12 months following that day. And that's pretty much it. It doesn't go on GPA like the Hope Scholarship or anything like that. It does not start your Hope Hours. That's something that was passed last year. So students that come to the CCI, they can take as many classes as they would like, and it doesn't start their Hope Scholarship or Hope Grant hours once they graduate from high school.
The business community provides us with speakers, they provide us with funds, they provide us with equipment, and they also give us where we can tour their facilities to see what it's like to be in a auto tech shop, or what it's like to be in a hair salon, or what it's like to be in a hospital or a dentist office. All those things are very important part of the learning process.
It's a great experience. It's, it helps you learn faster, sooner, and gets you out doing actual hair quicker.
A student that comes to the CCI, whether it's a high school class or a college class, they need to be mature. They need to be able to handle the college setting, because we do run a little bit different than our base high schools. We start at 9 o'clock in the morning for first period and end at 11:30. So if they don't need the bus transportation, they need to be able to get up and be to school on time. We also have breaks because of our class time. We're in class for 2.5 hours. Students need to be able to handle that break time and be back in class without someone following up. They also need to be ready for the college curriculum. It is a true college curriculum with a college instructor, and they treat you just like a college student. So you may walk into class and they may say you have to read chapter 1 and it's due tomorrow and have a test. So there's a lot of different things that go into a college class that you wouldn't see at a high school class, that students just need the maturity level and the dedication and to be serious to be a student at the CCI.
Be very serious about what you're coming in here to do. It's not necessarily playtime. This is, like I said, a college environment, and the instructors aren't used to putting up with, simple, immature high school jokes. So come in here, be prepared to work. Not saying that you're going to be dragging out work all the time, but you'll have your fun, but you need to be able to do your work too.
Definitely go for it. It's a fun class. You do a lot of things. Just a great experience.
I would inform another student that wanted to take this class that if they really wanted to do this in the future, that they should be serious because it's fun, but we also get a lot of work done at the same time.
A determined, hardworking, not slacker person that loves to have fun but can also be dedicated during school and not during school.
Work ethic is the key to anything. If you're a student, you've got to have that work ethic. You've got to be on time. You've got to be here. You can't be absent. You have to be, when you go on a break, you have to go on your break and be back on time. You have to dress properly for the job that you're going to, the field you're going into.
Thank you for joining me in our introduction to the College and Career Institute. If you have an interest in technical college, talk to your counselor today about enrolling here at CCI.